Hi everyone, this is Ambroise from Auto Plaisir Motorcycle Rental in Geneva. In this video I'm going to show you the controls of the KTM 1290 Adventure 2022. So this is the new KTM 1290 Adventure. This is a S version with the tech pack. So this is a bike with a fob. You just have to keep it in your pocket. This key is for the cases. We'll see that in a few minutes. So let's have a look at the controls of the bike. Let's start on the left side. To switch on the bike, you press here first, on the right side. Here, this button is to flash. You pull to flash and you push it forward for high beam. This button is to go backwards in the menu, go to the previous menu. This button is to switch on the cruise control. When it's on, it shows here. Okay. So now to set the speed, you have two buttons. You have a plus here and a minus on the other side here. So you set the speed pressing this button, and you can then accelerate pushing this button or slow down. If you put on the brakes, it will stop cruising. This bike is fitted with the adaptative cruise control, so you can adjust the distance with the car in front of you, and there are a few other settings. We will see that in the menu of the bike. This 4-direction pad enables you to navigate into the onboard computer, so I'm going to show you that more in details in a few minutes. Turn signal here, nothing much to say about that. Right, left, you push to cancel, it also cancels by itself. The horn is under here. Here you have a 12-volt plug. Standard size, this one. Here you have a small compartment for your phone. There is a USB plug here on the left with a rubber cap. I don't know if you can see that. This is supposed to be waterproof. You have a rubber seal all around. The fuel cap is keyless as well. So you open it with the key in your pocket. The windshield can be set here. You just have to rotate this wheel, and there is one wheel on each side. So depending on the situation, you can choose which side you want to use to raise the windshield. On the right side now, you have this button that is showing C1 and C2. These are shortcuts that you can set in the settings of the bike. It's currently set when you press C1 for the heated grips, and when you press down C2, it's the riding mode. You have the hazards here. You switch on or off the bike here. Okay, and to lock the steering, you first switch off the bike and you press and hold the button. The sound is very tiny, so you should check if it's properly locked, because we don't hear anything. To unlock, you just press the button and it's unlocked and the bike is on. This is the kill switch. You press up, you press down to start, no need to accelerate. It will start by itself. So let's enter the menu now. when you see this little sign, that means you can press this button to enter the menu. So this is the first page. You navigate up and down pressing these buttons, and to enter one of the menus, you press right. So let's have a look at the first page of the menu. It says bike information. Everything is green, that means there is no problem with the bike. You press right to enter the menu. You have bike information, so that's the tire pressure for the front, the rear, the coolant temperature, the range, and the oil temperature. You press down to have more information. You have the battery voltage, odometer, service, and warnings, if any. And to go back to the previous page, you press this button. Second page are the trip information, trip 1 and trip 2. You press left or right to show the two trips, and you can reset the trip pressing that button. Okay, so I press backwards again. Next page, these are the settings of the motorcycle. Riding modes, for instance. Everything is very well explained, and the display shows all the necessary information regarding the riding mode. So you choose the riding mode pressing left or right. You can choose the ABS mode, and everything is very well explained. So on the off-road mode, you only have the ABS in the front. Here you can adjust the traction control. Next menu is the suspension. So you enter the suspension. Several modes are possible. You have the auto, sport, street, and comfort. You can adjust the preload. There are a lot of settings here, low, high, and you can adjust precisely the preload you want. Here you have the anti-dive system, which is pretty efficient. Let's say this wheel, when it's off, let's say it will be a standard suspension. It will dive a little bit, of course. And when it's on, it works quite well, and the bike does not go down when you brake. Cruise control. Several settings for the cruise control. You have a comfort mode for the adaptative cruise control. Cruise control only, that means the radar in the front will be deactivated. And you have adaptative cruise control sport or comfort. That means in the sport mode, the bike will be much quicker to accelerate or slow down. So it will be more gentle if you use the comfort mode. Here you can set the distance with the vehicles in front of you. Okay, this is the heating for the grips, high, medium, and low. The bike switches off automatically after a while if you do not start. This menu is for KTM MyRide if you want to connect your phone to the bike and use the GPS of the KTM app. Here are the settings of the bike. The custom switch is the one I've shown you here. So you can choose the function you want to have with this little switch. So you have the ride modes, audio, cruise control. So it's currently set to grips. And here on the second function, I have put the ride mode. but you can choose from these other functions. Okay, the favorites. These are the information that will be displayed on the bottom of the screen. You can choose different information. So it's up to you to decide. Okay. Favorite 2, there are 4 favorites. There are several settings for the tire pressure monitoring system. You can disable the fob if you need, because if you are too close to your bike, someone can start it. So if you want to disable the fob, you can do that here. Display theme, you can change the display to the dark mode or automatic mode. You can set the illumination of the controls here, so they can be bright, medium, dark, or off. This is to set the LED daylight in the front. Bluetooth. Quick shifter can be on or off. Hill start control here, you can disable it. Shift light. You can test the cornering light well, and these are the units, etc. Okay, so now let's have a look at the cases. So you use the key provided with the bike. The cases are currently open now. This is to close them, so you will not be able to push this to open. This position is to open the case. It's not very easy to do that one-handed. Okay. You push back to close. And this position is to take the case off the bike. So once the handle has popped up, you lift the case. There are 3 points to put the case back on the bike. This one and the other 2 on the top. Like that. And when the case is fully down, you push down this handle and you turn the key to lock the case. The cases are floating on their mount, so this is normal. Make sure it's all the way down and the handle is all the way down. This is the exact same on the top case. To lift the seat, you don't need the key. You just have to have the fob in your pocket and you press this button. And then you take the seat off. You have a high visibility jacket in case of an emergency. You can adjust the seat height. It's currently in the low position. So you put the seat on these mounts, and the 2 positions are the upper on the left and the lower on the right. So this is back on the low position, and you put back the rear seat like that. Okay, thanks a lot for your attention. This is it for the KTM 1290 Adventure. Thanks again for your attention. If you have any questions, please comment below. I will be happy to try and answer. See you in the next one. Bye.